So good morning, JMTUK R16, third year BCE, Microwave Engineering. So online video lecture number 10, online video lecture series, lecture number 10, reflex klystron continuation. In our present discussion going on reflex klystron, then this is the brief schematic of reflex klystron. So in this slide, all parts are indicating on here. So reflex klystron, electron gun, cavity, repeller space, electrode, etc. So practical industry reflector klystron. So in this slide, I mentioned what is the need, why we are having a reflex klystron. So first of all, how to convert the tube to amplifier. So by making the proper feedback mechanism. So generally these tube structures are converting into the amplifiers. That's why I mentioned this point. A two cavity klystron converted into an oscillator. So some disadvantages are associated with it. So a proper feedback mechanism is required to the input cavity. So magnitude, which is loop gain unity. These are the reason why how a given oscillator is able to provide oscillations. Apart with the two cavity klystron, so the reflex klystron is a single cavity that should able to perform both the bunching process, catching process in terms of the cavity structures. So unlike two cavity klystron, this reflex klystron combinedly perform bunching process, buncher cavity as well as catcher cavity. So proper feedback is required for this reflex klystron. So to provide the frequency of oscillations for the electrons comes from buncher cavity, just they will allow the velocity modulation during the repeller proper applied voltages. So we are having a repulsive forces. So all these bunch electrons are comes in reverse direction and attracted by the cavity. So that will allow electron velocity modulation. So this is the brief working principle of reflex klystron. So now we discuss the reflex klystron Applegate diagram. So with respect to Applegate diagram, how to analyze the working behavior of the reflex klystron. So this is the basic Applegate diagram. So as like two cavity klystron, This is the Applegate diagram for reflex klystron. So here we are having the early electron, so which is having the very good positive voltage. Later, somewhat of delay, that is reference electron, and later somewhat of late electron. So early electron, reference electron, and late electron. The period, so this is called transit time. So that is during somewhat of initial condition at when Z equals to 0, consider the electrons are entering into the particular cavity. So that equal to time T naught. So I mentioned here initial time T naught, T equal to T naught. So this T naught is the time for a given electron that are entering into the particular cavity at Z equals to 0. Similarly, after certain time, after certain distance of traveling of these electrons, time required by the electrons are T2. Finally, when repulsive forces are activating, time required for same electron returned by retarded field at a particular distance and collected by the cavity, so that equals to T2. So here three timing parameters are mentioned here. So that equal to initial without no action. Clear? I think everybody understanding. Without any force, when initially electron gun is on, so automatically the excited electrons are trying to reach the initial cavity. That time here T naught. Similarly, after certain time D, the time value equal to T1. At the end of explanation, when electrons are ready to return by the repellar voltage, that should here mentioned as T2. So I think everybody has completed the idea on this timing constraints. Now come back to the Applegate diagram. So in this Applegate diagram, come back to the original picture. So this is the electron gun. So here the pointer moves on journey of the electron, late electron, early electron, reference electron. Similarly, the distance, the gap between the cavity and the repellar electrode, it is simply called repellar space. So with respect to repellar space, we have to notice the Applegate diagram with respect to timing constraint. That's why here I am saying on x-axis, here I am taking time, and on y-axis, so this is the amplitude or simply called a repellar space. So first notice the position or status of the electrons participating in the velocity modulation. Early electron, reference electron, late electron. So after certain time, so all these electrons are participating in the velocity modulation or bunching process. So at some particular point, they are ready to meet. So that is called electron bunch. Now, can anyone guess what is here the fundamental time period? So that is equals to here n plus 3 by 4. Nothing but for each specification. So this is called bunching time. So for each bunching time, how to reach the next bunch? So nothing but here 1, 1, 1. So 3 by 4. So out of 4 full cycles, so 3 cycles are occupied for this first harmonical frequency. Clear? Now let us discuss here. So this is another same representation with respect to the bunching process. So here I mentioned the process. So that is at this point, electron beam is accelerating during the first half cycle. Similarly, electron beam is deaccelerating for next half cycle. Clear? Here I mentioned the clarity on the particular mode. So this is called transit time for a given for one mode of harmonical frequency. So that is called n. And so n is the integer wherever particular electrons are reaching to the electron bunch, or simple to form the bunch of electrons. So here I mentioned all status, all nodes, nodal points for our discussion. So for this explanation, so total transit time, so that is equals to 1 plus 3 by 4, or simply called as 1 3 by 4. So similarly, the early electron, reference electron, late electrons are participating in the velocity modulation. So by this velocity modulation, all these electrons are trying to reach or form at electron bunch. So clear, this is the center of the bunching process, or simply the center of bunch process. So the early electron, late electron, reference electrons are to be maintained. So here I mentioned few points related to the Apple-Gate diagram. So the early electron passes the gap before the reference electron. So therefore, what is the field of this early electron? It will get the maximum positive voltage across the gap. So the status of electrons are simply called as accelerated electrons. So therefore, automatically this early electrons moves with greater velocity and penetrates into the repeller space very much closer. So the return time for this early electron is greater. So the depth of penetration into the particular repeller space is more. So what is the behavior of the late electron? What is the behavior of the late electron? So here I mentioned the point. If this late electron passes the gap after reference electron, therefore this late electrons got minimum negative voltage or small negative voltage. So therefore it pushes, or it accelerated with retarding velocity. Similarly, with respect to the time explanation, the late electron attains return time very much shorter and penetrate into the repeller space, which is very less contribution, and catch up with this reference electron and electron, so to form the bunch. Okay, so with this bunching process, the return back and pass through this gap during the retarding time. So alternating field that will able to provide the maximum energy of electromagnetical energy in the particular field, and if this cavity is able to give the oscillations. So I think everybody understanding the bunching process, bunching mechanism, velocity modulation with respect to the Apple-Gate diagram. Clear? I think everybody understanding up to now. Theory. So in this slide, I mentioned some literature which is useful for this Apple-Gate diagram. Quickly once ఒకసారి నేను ఆల్రెడీ ఎక్స్ప్లెనేషన్ కంప్లీట్ అయింది, ఒకసారి రీడ్ చేస్తున్నాను. సో ఆల్ దిస్ it passes the electrons. So finally, what is the achievement I got from the Apple-Gate diagram equal to transit time. So what is the time factor? This is transit time factor with respect to the frequency of oscillations. So that equals to n plus 3 by 4. So nothing but if early electron be the reference electron, So it passes the gap towards the reflector. So there is no effect in the gap voltage. That is the reference electron. So it is returned to the anode without reaching the reflector. Clear? That is the behavior of the reference electron. Now consider the early electron which passes slightly before the reference electron. So there is no gap voltage. Early electron written before RE. So therefore RF voltage modulations velocity of the electron. So it is a continuation process for this early electron, late electron and reflect electron. So therefore they are ready to participating in the bunching process. So that is the first hormone, first mode. So that is represented by first mode. Then if this process, so here, so this is the status at first mode. So this is the status at second mode, first mode and second mode. So likewise, for each mode analysis, we have to expect the transit time. So this is the explanation for velocity modulation. Now we now same like two cavity clustron. Let me move on to the mechanism. So here, see here. So the here reflex clustron has a mode of oscillations. So for first mode, that is indicating 1 into 3 by 4. For the second mode, it will indicating 2 into 3 by 4. For third mode, it will indicating 3 into 3 by 4. It is capital T is the time period for the resonant frequency. Clear? So that's why nomenclature, the equation should be written as n plus 3 by 4, where n equal to 0 or 1, 2, 3, etc. So similarly, T is the time period, the resonant frequency, and T naught is the time taken by the reference electron that should be travel in the repeller space between the entering the repeller space relative to your cavity. So that is called here mode of oscillation. So this slide indicating mode of oscillations, how to estimate the mode of oscillation for a reflex klystron. Generally the modes here 1, 2, 3. So at this time these modes are helpful to draw the mode characteristics graph for a reflex klystron in further classes. So let me move on to next slide. So in this slide I am able to talk about velocity modulation and the mathematical theory of bunching. Similarly, like two cavity klystron, we have to derive the bunching parameter equation for the reflex klystron. So now status of our present discussion in our syllabus, derivation of the bunching parameter of the reflex klystron. Go to next slide. So the analysis is start from initial theory. So my in this slide, so the derivation for a bunching parameter is listeners are ready in the state to know the how to evaluate the bunching parameter, bunching process for reflex klystron, or simple how to evaluate the bunching parameter. So as we know that similar to that of two cavity klystron, this reflex klystron also having uh, uh, electron, so that should be entering at the cavity cap at z equals to 0, whatever I initially talked during the time t naught. We have to estimate the velocity of the electron before reaching the cavity. So what is the status of the electron velocity, initial electron velocity, as we like two cavity klystron? Just to recall from the two cavity klystron. So V naught equals to velocity of the electron, uniform velocity before, that is at cathode terminal, the initial distance z equals to 0. Clear? So that equals to 0.593 into 10 power 6 square root of applied voltage V naught. So I think everybody understanding, take snapshot. So V naught equals to likewise 0.593 10 power 6 square root of V naught. So V naught is the applied beam voltage. So now these electrons are ready. These electrons are ready to leave from the cathode and passing towards the grid, that is the cavity gap. So when these electrons left out from cavity gap at Z is equal to 0, that equal to Z equals to D, after certain time, some value, that some value equal to T1. So again, recall from past lecture, that is the from previous syllabus, from previous idea, to cavity klystron. Again, in the reflex klystron, the instantaneous value of the electron velocity at T1 can be written by, with respect to the uniform velocity, V naught multiplied by 1 plus factor B1 beta 1 by 2 V naught applied voltage. V naught is the applied beam voltage, sine of omega T1 minus theta Z by 2. So this is the equation for early electron. This is the equation for electron that will leaves the gap at Z equals to D and T equals to T1. So that is the voltage status of the electron, velocity of the electron at T1. So take snapshot. So which is the velocity by this two cavity klystron? So after certain time, so can anyone know the, after when bunching process is completed, now we are in the state to know the retarded electric field. So can anyone say how to evaluate the retarded electric field? So the net field generated by the system divided by the length or cavity gap. So that should be written here. So total expected retarded field, ఇక్కడ నేను మార్కర్ చూపిస్తున్నాను. ఎక్స్పెక్టెడ్ రిటార్డెడ్ ఫీల్డ్ ఈక్వల్ టు ఆల్ సమ్మేషన్ ఆఫ్ ద ఆల్ ద ఫీల్డ్, ఇన్స్టాంటేనియస్ ఫీల్డ్, బీమ్ ప్రీవియస్ ఇనీషియల్ వెలాసిటీ అండ్ రిటార్డెడ్ వెలాసిటీ యావరేజ్ through by our cavity gap repellar space. So that equal to L. That is the statement written here. Retarded field is assumed to be a constant along the Z direction. So we are under reflex klystron. This assumption is made such that retarded electric field should be a constant. Now a qualitative treatment is going on this field. So therefore we are writing the force equation. We are writing the force equation for repulsive electrons generated in the repellar space provided by the repeller. So that should be taken here as a derivative part. So that equal to force equation m into double derivative d square z by dt square, that equal to minus e into capital E. Clear? So during the retarded current, we are taking the instantaneous value. So at instantaneous value, so therefore this term is going to be neglected. So therefore what is the final equation? M d square z by dt square equals to minus E. What is the latest revised equation for capital E? VR plus V naught divided by L. Clear? So first step equals to write the initial velocity equation. What is the status of electron velocity? Next, try to build the velocity of electron at cavity state. At cavity stage, what is the velocity of the electron? తర్వాత ఏం చేస్తారంటే ఫీల్డ్ ఈక్వేషన్స్ ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేసాం. వాట్ ఇస్ ద రిటార్డెడ్ ఫీల్డ్? నౌ ఈ రిటార్డెడ్ ఫీల్డ్ ఏర్పడినటువంటి ప్లేస్ లో మనం ఫోర్స్ ఆఫ్ ఎలక్ట్రాన్ కి ఈక్వేషన్ రాసుకున్నాం, దట్ ఈస్ మైనస్ ఈ ఇంటూ క్యాపిటల్ ఈ. ఎంతవరకు అర్థమైంది కదా? ఎస్. నౌ గో టు ద నెక్స్ట్ స్లైడ్, కంటిన్యూషన్. So here we are mentioning some Maxwell knowledge. So here minus E equals to delta V. So therefore, why? Because all this, suppose this reflex cluster is positioned in x comma y comma z direction. So the always output beam passing throughout the z direction. So therefore, what happened? Field arising on x direction. So therefore, our so next step. So VR is the magnitude of the repeller voltage. So therefore, what happened? Magnitude of the initial beam, that is V1 sin omega t, always be small comparative to the net field VR plus V naught. Clear? VR plus. So with respect to previous, doing the integration double time. So doing the integration double time. So what is the previous? Just recall what is the previous. So m d square t z by dt square. So do the double time. So what happened? So dx by dt. So that equals to minus e. Clear? Minus what is the minus e? So therefore minus e vr plus v naught into l na. So minus e vr plus vl naught divided by what is the cross multiplication m into l. So we are doing the integration with respect to the time limits. So t1 minus 2t. So next step, do the integration along with some constant minus e vr plus v naught divided by mlr t minus t1. Additionally, we have the some differentiation constant k. So now adapt the timing constraints. So at a time t equals to t1, what is the status of dx by dt? So that is the voltage of the electron v of t1, that should be equals to here k. Clear? So take again one more. So x equals to likewise x equals to minus e vr plus v naught by mlr integration t1 to t minus t1 dt plus. So apply for this also integration t1 to t v of t. So what is the k1 equal to? Status of the differentiation constant. That constant here I am taking as voltage at t1. So try to solve this differentiation step. So finally, directly I am writing some x equals to minus e vr plus vl by after doing integrational work. So this is the final equation I got. Now adopt this equation for our extension work. What is that extension work? At a time t equals to t1 and the distance is small x equals to l, that should be another variable k2. Clear? So adopt this knowledge in the particular value, replace k2 by l. So again do one more assumption, small x equals to l, and that is the repeller space, and t1 equal to velocity of the electron at v of t1 and the gap at x equal to l. So try to substitute all these values. Clear? So at initially the gap here we are measuring 0. So therefore minus CVR plus VL by 2 MLR T minus T1 square V of T1 and T2 minus T1. So from these two equations, try to solve the transit time. So what is the transit time from here? T2 minus T1, clear? T2 minus T1. So how to got T2 minus T1 from this example? So V of T1, T2 minus T1 equals to minus E VR plus VL by 2 MLR T2 minus T1 square. So on both sides, divide this T2 minus T1. So you are having V of T1. So 2 MLR divided by EVR plus V1, V of T1. Clear? So that's here I am taking here. So from this equation, we got transit time for the two cavity klystron. So that equals to here 1 plus beta 1 by 2 v naught sine of omega t minus theta g by 2. So what is the multiplication factor to MLR V naught divided by E of VR plus V naught. So this is called a transit time equation for the reflex klystron. So here we got a transit time. So I think everybody got knowledge how to calculate the transit time. So T naught 1 plus beta IV by sine omega t minus theta z naught. So this round trip transit time knows the bunch of electrons at the centered point. So previous equation multiplied. So you will got this value beta 1 v1 by 2 v naught multiplied by some angular theta naught. This is called as bunching parameter for the two cavity klystron. Clear? So up to now we solve the